Hey everybody, Kevin Barnett here in the Carbide 3D studio, and Andy Bird is back with us once again. For the past 3 years, Andy has built himself a YouTube channel as well as a fulfillment business with his CNC. Why is it the perfect side hustle? Why has it worked for him? How can that apply to you? He has 10 reasons for you. Enjoy Andy Bird once again here on our Carbide 3D channel.
Hello everyone, I'm Andy from Andy Bird Builds. I run a CNC business and my YouTube channel, Andy Bird Builds, full-time. Today I want to come to you with 10 things that make a CNC woodworking business the perfect side hustle. Number 1, high demand. Personally, I've experienced a overwhelming amount of demand and opportunity out there, and I'm going to get into the specific areas here down on the list a little further. But one thing that I always say, if there is no demand, nothing else matters. And so demand is number 1 for that reason. Number 2, low startup requirements. There's 2 things with that. It doesn't take a lot of space and it doesn't take a lot of extra money. Now you have to invest some money to start up, but once you're up and going, you're off to the races. And so my first Shapeoko was the XXL, which fits comfortably on a 4x4 table, and it was in the corner of my basement. It also could go in a garage really easily. And what you have to put into it to get started is very little compared to the income potential that it offers. Number 3, workflow. Now, when you're doing anything, any kind of project, you're going to develop a workflow. Now, CNC is no different, and it actually is a lot easier to develop a workflow, because everything's kind of broken into steps. You can break it down really easily. Why that's so big when you're doing a side hustle is this isn't your full-time job. So you're going to get pulled away a lot, and you're going to be able to, go in after your day job in the evening and be able to pick up where you left off and not have to figure out, I've got to figure out where I start or where I left off. It's going to be really easy to be like, okay, I left off here, and now I can pick up right here and just keep going. Number 4, repeatability. It can take time to come up with designs and products and prototypes, and that whole process can be time consuming. But once you get those products and prototypes, you can cut them over and over and over and over again. So there isn't the redesigning each product every time. If you're unable to come up with product ideas or struggling to come up with design ideas, don't worry, that's not a limiting factor in this whole thing, because there are a lot of templates and a lot of kind of design files that people have designed that you can either purchase, or there's a lot of free ones out there, and Carbide Create makes it really easy to import those and get cutting right away. Number 5, speed and turnaround time. This is similar to repeatability, but a little more specific. In today's day and age, people want things quick, and the CNC is able to do that. So assuming you already have all your files and your products ready to go, say you have 4 or 5 products, and someone approaches you and says, hey, I want one of those, but I want my name on it, or something along those lines. In a short period of time, you can have that product turned around and to the customer. That is a huge advantage in today's fast-paced market. Number 6 on why this makes a great potential side hustle is custom work. There are a lot of different kinds of custom work out there. When I'm talking about custom work, I'm talking about usually one-of-a-kind pieces, whether that be a 3D topography landscape, whether that be a custom sign with different sayings on it. There's a million different types of custom work out there. But the nature of the custom work is usually more one-of-a-kind pieces. They take a little more time to design because of that, and but you can usually charge more for those pieces. So here's an example of a custom piece that I've done. And so this was a sign that they wanted the US Army logo on it, they wanted their name, they wanted the year it was established, and they wanted it as a custom bar sign. This was a really kind of a quick design, custom design, but I'm not going to make 50 of these. I'm not going to make 10 of these. I'm only going to make one of these Lynch's pub signs. Number 7 is wholesale work. Now this is where I've had a lot of success and I've spent a lot of my time. I've sold a lot of products wholesale. And when I say wholesale, I'm talking about direct to retailers. So if you think about it, most of the products that we purchase aren't made by the company that is selling them. So I took that same philosophy and really tried to reach out to retailers that had established presence and sell directly to them for a reduced rate. Now, the nature of this is less complex designs at a higher production rate. So here's an example of a wholesale product that I've made hundreds of. This is a walnut soap dispenser tray that I made for a retailer that I sold at a wholesale rate directly to them. This is the way it came off the CNC before any finishing was done. Now, I would put a larger piece of walnut on the CNC bed, and in an hour, I can produce 6 of these. So like I was saying, highly replicable, easy designs, and producing a lot of them. Number 8, personalizing products. So you can purchase cutting boards from a big box store and personalize them. So it's not like you have to make a cutting board and have all the tools to make a cutting board. You could do that, but you can purchase products and put someone's name on them, put a logo, put a recipe. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Number 9, selling items seasonally. Now this is really cool because a CNC business really isn't about momentum, where a lot of other side hustles kind of are. If you stopped in the middle in another business, you might lose that momentum. Well, with a custom CNC woodworking business, you can only sell at Christmas. You can just make Christmas items. So maybe for 2 or 3 months, you're running the CNC and you can profit really, really well just when people are buying things. You know, you don't have to sell in January, February where things are a little lower and it might not be worth your time. Number 10, making things that you're passionate about. If you have a hobby or a interest in something specific, let's say topography or maps, you can make things like that and sell them. How cool is it that you can make things with your Shapeoko that you have a passion for and that like-minded people will find them awesome too and they'll want to support you in what you're doing. So those are 10 things that I've learned over the last 3 years since purchasing my Shapeoko. First started out as a hobby, then it was a side hustle, and then it became my full-time job about a year ago now. In order to increase my production capacity, I've recently added the Shapeoko Pro to my shop. Now I plan on running both of these machines at the same time, and it really gives me flexibility to run different products on different machines at the same time. Starting my CNC side hustle, it's really given me the freedom to be able to make and create and sell on a daily basis now, full time. If you want to learn more about my journey and what I'm up to now, be sure to check out my YouTube channel by using the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.